the Empire State Building.
Hey, yo, what up? I'm Josh Martinez with Z100, New York's #1 hit music station, with our guests from the iconic Harlem Globetrotters. We got Hot Rod and Zeus. What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Josh?
So, Zeus, where are you from?
Boogie down Bronx. Born and raised. You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Stop that.
Nah, I'm from Ohio, bro.
Stop that.
I love how the demeanor changed from the BX to Ohio. But I spent time in Ohio.
Yes.
My daughter lives in Ohio. I love Columbus.
Man, what? Yeah.
Short North was dope, and the Arena District is a lot of fun.
Yeah, man, it's a vibe down there. You know, we're not the big metropolis that New York is, but like you definitely, there's a ton of stuff to do.
And Hot Rod, where are you from?
I'm from the Bronx, the real boogie down Bronx. Not from Ohio, New York City, 183rd Street, by Grand Concourse. You know what it is, Josh. We here, man.
One trained veteran.
Yes.
So let's start with you, Zeus. What college did you go to ball out?
Yeah, I went to North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, North Carolina. I actually transferred there from a smaller school, D2 school, and I walked on the team. Wasn't very good in basketball growing up, man, honestly. I didn't make my first team till the 11th grade, so I came on the heels of a 5-inch growth spurt. So I was tall enough to play.
Diablo.
Yeah, a lot of my teammates.
What summer was that? Over a summer or?
Yeah, over one summer. I drank a lot of leche. So my coaches, though, man, they all said I didn't have it, man. They said I was too nice. They said I smiled too much, and I had that killer instinct that you need for basketball. And I had one dude tell me one time, Josh, he said, all you do is smile and dunk, bro. That's all you do. And today, I get paid to smile and dunk. So
in your face, coach.
It worked out for me. It worked out.
So what about you, Hot Rod?
I started off my career in college, Florida International, where I went off and played for Isaiah Thomas from the '89 Pistons, who was the coach at New York Knicks.
Yeah.
And then he ended up leaving. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna leave too, because Isaiah's not here. He recruited me, and I built such a good relationship with him. So I was like, I ended up going to St. John's in New York City, Queens, Jamaica, Queens. You know how we do. I had to come back home to the city.
I love that.
Yeah.
So what was it like to be recruited by someone of Isaiah Thomas's stature?
It was love. At first, I'm like, Isaiah Thomas, 89 Pistons? What? Well, it's love. I'm a rock with it. And then I went on campus, and what really got me was the way he treated me. He really wanted to get to know me as a person. He wanted to get to know my parents. The campus is Miami, Florida. We at Florida International, FIU. And I'm like, yo, this is fire. I ain't even gonna hold you. Zeus, I'm not playing. I was like, y'all went in there. We got a pool in the middle of campus. I get to go to class.
And a clean pool, not like the New York City public pool.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that. We're gonna keep that low key. And it was chill. And then I was like, you know what? Isaiah's recruiting me. FIU. At the time we in the Sun Belt. And we went to Conference USA. So it was good. It was cool. And then I ended up coming to St. John's, playing for Steve Lavin, who's
best hair in the game at the time.
Yeah. Steve Lavin, he's swaggy. He a cool coach. He's swaggy. He from California. He's 6'4". He got the hair game going. Come on. So it was love coming home and playing at St. John's. And then the coaching staff he had, Hall of Fame coach Gene Cady from Purdue University, Rico Hines, who holds the 5-on-5s at UCLA every offseason for the NBA guys. Tony Childs, that's from the Bronx. Coach Jim Weissel, that's the coach. He coached at Buffalo University. So it was love. Good coaching staff. Great basketball, like you said, Big East. And I was like, man, I'm gonna play for St. John's. I'm from New York. I'm Dominican. Felipe Lopez came here. He's like the Dominican Jordan. So I was like, yo, it's it. This is it for me right here.
So, obviously, the Harlem Globetrotters are an iconic name that have been around since before we were even born, right? When you get that call to, I guess, try out for them, what was that feeling like for you, Zeus, first?
Man, it was amazing because I actually used to play against them for the Washington Generals. Yeah, so I played one season with them and lost more games that year than I did my entire basketball career. But what I learned about them is, like, they do the very things that I was criticized for my whole basketball career. So I was like, this is like God put this team on the planet for me to play for him, you know. And when I first started playing for him, Josh, like it was great, bro. Like it was just such a natural transition for me. And you got to think about it. Not just are we doing amazing things on the court, but we're going off the court too. Like later on today, we're going to see some kids out of school. We go to children's hospitals. We got a program called Smile Patrol. Like, and this is what has kept the Globetrotters around for almost 100 years now. Is the stuff we do off the court. Like we really try to make an impact in every single one of these communities we go to.
So, Hot Rod, what was it like for you to get that call?
For me, let me tell you a little story, Josh, about me. I first saw the Harlem Globetrotters when I was 9 years old.
What building?
On 183rd Street, which is my block, PS 9, Public School 9, in the Bronx. And they was doing the same tricks we do, putting it under their legs, and I was like, wow. As a 9-year-old boy, I'm like, what? Like, these guys are amazing. That day, I got inspired to play the game of basketball.
Oh, snap. Okay.
I got inspired to play basketball. I went home that day. I said, Mom, Dad, hoy yo voy a jugar baloncesto. Yo quiero jugar baloncesto porque vinieron, some guys came and they was doing these tricks, and I want to be a basketball player. Later on, I ended up going to St. Raymond's in the Bronx, old boys school. I went to Mount Red Academy, which is the #1 high school in the country. I told you I went to Florida, FIU, and then I transferred to St. John's. I played overseas in China, Thailand, Nicaragua, República Dominicana. And then I get the call, hey, would you want to try out for the Harlem Globetrotters? I paused, I looked at the phone, and I was like, I thought at that very first moment, you know, when Joey De La Rosa was 9 years old, and I was like, yeah, I'm going to try out for them. I did my thing, made the team. A month later, they signed me to a contract, and then I get to training camp. And I see these guys, they being passionate about it, doing the tricks. And I'm like, yo, this is the real deal. And like I said, this is year 3 with me for being with the Harlem Globetrotters. I've been with Zeus a lot. Like, he's been teaching me everything little by little. And it's been an amazing experience. It's full circle.
Yeah. What's the biggest difference for you, Zeus, being on the Globetrotters compared to every other basketball team?
Basically, everything you used to get in trouble for in practice is the stuff you're allowed to do now. So we goofing off, right? Like we're shooting half-court trick shots, you know, shooting shots from the crowd. I used to get criticized because I was that energy guy coming off the bench. I would get up in the crowd like after a big dunk or something, like, and I get a tech or something from my team. Now I'm allowed to do that. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what our game is all about nowadays too. Of course, you're gonna see high flying slam dunks, half court trick shots, but our crowd participation is what's really unmatched in the sport. You know what I mean? Like at the beginning of every game, we got an opportunity. You can meet the players called Magic Pass. We got another little opportunity. We call it the 5th quarter, where you can go around at the end of the game to your favorite Globetrotter, and we'll sign your autographs. You know what I mean? Take pictures with you guys, and you can really kind of get up close and personal and get a chance to meet us. Biggest difference for me though, man, is just like the fact that we get to enjoy what we do, you know, and have fun. And I think that's what's really the secret about a successful basketball team. You look in the NBA now, right? Guys are getting traded and going to teams to play with their friends, to play with people they want to be around, and that's what we are. Like we all hang out, like we kick it outside of this, and that's why we're so successful, I think.
So a huge aspect of the Globetrotters is obviously characters, if you will. So you need a nickname. How'd you get Hot Rod? How'd you come up with that?
I got the name Hot Rod because of my looks. You know, I'm 7'1", I'm handsome, and I'm built like a muscle car, American made. So that's why they gave me the name Hot Rod. On the basketball court, I was built like a muscle car, so it was like, yo, we gonna name him Hot Rod, man.
I like that. What about you, Zeus?
Oh, fun. I never heard that part. They gave me Zeus because he's the god of thunder, so every time I dunked the ball, they say it sounded like thunder, so they gave me these thunderous dunks. But it's tough to live up to with older you get, because now my dunks is turning into finger rolls.
Now let's have some fun. Were there any creative names that were left on the cutting room floor, if you will, because you thought that little whack?
Oh yeah.
What comes to mind immediately with that question?
I've been on the team for 14 years. I've seen some crazy names. I had a teammate named Firefly.
Okay.
He did not like his name at first, bro. He was like, really? Like Firefly? It's because he lights it up on the court. There was another.
But why not, like, I don't know, Flame or Fire?
Oh, that's too easy.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire.
Ignite.
Flames?
Well, I guess Ignite because the DL, maybe not now. But,
yeah.
But Firefly?
Yeah.
I feel like someone's just gonna catch him in a jar.
It's like,
not
he got this little
like,
cute name, like little Firefly. We had another teammate. He didn't last very long. His name was Squirrel. I was like, bro, why they call you Squirrel? He's like, cause I'm nuts.
Oh nah.
Which I guess you could try to show off how crazy you are on the court by doing, zany, wacky things.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm Squirrel, because I'm not. With that voice, yeah, exactly.
I would have been tight if they would have gave me a name like that. Squirrel, come on, don't play with me, man. Don't give me no name. Don't give me no name like
you guys
that.
are in the city. A couple different games going on: Barclays Center, Madison Square Garden, and I'll start with you, Zeus. So you say you're from Columbus, Ohio. What was that first time like as a Harlem Globetrotter? Whether it was Nationwide Arena or the Shot, what was it like going back home?
Man, that was, everybody always asks what's my favorite city to play, besides Madison Square Garden, of course. Playing at the crib, man, in front of my parents, my family, my church family, my mentees, the kids that look up to me, that was so important to me, man, and it came full circle. So I don't know. I felt like I had an extra boost of energy that day. Like I'm dunking between the legs, 360. After the game, I'm dumb sore. Like, but I left it all on the court. Yeah. Is there
a city that surprised you with the energy that you got? That maybe you were like, damn, Duluth, Minnesota gets busy, or Cedar Rapids, okay, Iowa. Like
we're really well received overseas. I was just telling Hot Rod when we played in Barcelona last year, 28,000 fans, sold out. Packed house, like we really are well received everywhere we go, but like in particular like these big basketball cities. But yeah, that was wild.
So Hot Rod, obviously you played in the Garden before.
Oh yes,
Big East tournament, stuff like that.
It's the Mecca.
Yeah, there's I've been on stage at Madison Square Garden for Jingle Ball. We have a sold out show every Christmas season, and I cried every single time before I got on stage. No, because like growing up. I grew up poor, you know what I'm saying? Growing up in the hood, you don't think about, but you dream about being on stage in Madison Square Garden.
It's surreal.
Yeah, and then you look out and this is sold out, the full bowl of it or whatever, everything is sold out, 16,000 people, microphone in my hand, they just said my name. Yeah. Some people cheered, that's good enough for me. And then I got to introduce an artist and, like bring that New York City flavor or whatever where I say do this and the crowd does it and you're like, yo, this is wild. Like the little kid who grew up, whose bedroom was the living room in Sunset Park would really think this is the coolest shit ever. Yeah. Because it is. Yeah. What's it like for you every time you come back home?
Same exact feeling. I was just telling him, we passed through the Garden. Yeah. And we was in the Uber. And I'm like, look, we about to be playing right there at Madison Square.
Bro, he was OD. He was like, yo, I'm really from here. I'm like, wait, you forgot you was from here?
And I was like, every time I pass through the Garden, I just get the chills. Yeah. And like I said, it's like same story like you. I'm from the Bronx, Dominican kid from the Bronx, 183rd Street. And we always dream like, yo, we playing at the Garden. And then, I was blessed to go to St. John's and play for the Johnnies. And we play at the Garden, our home game. Every time I laced up, put that uniform on, it was love. It was you get the jitters. And now it's going to be my first time playing at the Garden as a Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And my family, my people is coming. And I know, it's like he said, that energy, I feel it already. And it's like a week or two away. And I just can't wait to show out. You just gotta come, man. I'm gonna show out. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm gonna do my thing.
So you got 2 dates, one at the Barclays, one at Madison Square Garden. How can folks get tickets?
You can go to HarlemGlobetrotters.com. That's where we sell all our tickets. We also got merch. You can buy a Zeus or a Hot Rod jersey because that'll make you better looking.
There you go.
Yep. And you can see a lot of cool footage of us like breaking world records or like follow us on all of our socials and everything. So yeah, it's a ton of stuff you can do on the Globetrotter website.
Yeah. So HarlemGlobetrotters.com. Keep it simple. Keep it easy. I like it.
HarlemGlobetrotters.com. And remember, we play at the Barclays on the 18th, February 18th at 1 p.m. and at Madison Square. Don't miss out, man. It's Madison Square. February 24, 1 p.m. Go get your merch, get your tickets. And we do some cool stuff off the court, too. We got our show on NBC, on Telemundo, and Peacock. It's called the Harlem Globetrotters Play For, and on Telemundo it's called the Harlem Globetrotters Ganando con la Comunidad. I recommend people to go check that out. You guys know that we can hoop, we do the dunks and everything, but we do some pretty cool stuff off the court too. As well.
And that's what it's all about, the community aspect of things. You guys don't just come to, Columbus, Ohio on a Friday because you got a game Saturday and you leave Sunday morning. It's a whole several days worth of community activations, community activities. And I think the one thing that people miss out on as well is that the Globetrotters, it's not just, you guys aren't just at Barclays this one night. There's a tour going on with several different teams in several different cities, which means that the Globetrotters on any given weekend, during the travel season, if you will, are in 3 different cities, 2 different cities at once, serving the community. And I think that's something that's completely forgotten. So I think that following along on social media, following HarlemGlobetrotters.com really shows that it's more than just the 2-3 hours of fun in that building against the Generals. It goes way beyond the court, and I think that that's something that's super dope. And that there's a reason why you guys have been around for over 100 years, is because of the community aspect of things. So one more time, Hot Rod, Zeus, appreciate you guys stopping on by.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
C100.